how else does your intuition guide you on your path? Here's a cool way, man. And this is probably one of my favorite ways, to be honest. Your intuition will help you in that it will tell you this person A, has a deeper spiritual understanding than person B, person C, person D. In other words, your intuition will make it clear to you that not all people are the same. Some people have a higher signal. Think about it like this, man. Signal to noise ratio. High signal, low noise. If they're saying a bunch of shit and a bunch of energy coming through and you just every now and then you hear just a snippet of wisdom, maybe there's a lot of noise and just a little bit of signal. But if they're present, every word seems to count. Why? Because they have a high signal to noise ratio. And your intuition knows this. This is what sets you apart. You know why? Because listen, man, you can spend many years on your spiritual path and you can listen to some teachers and you can get some results. Or you can listen to your intuition and you can lock in and you can tell intuitively the type or the depth of spiritual wisdom that someone has. My God, does this serve you? Because honestly, man, it just saves you so much time. Because there are so many people out there who share wisdom, who will be helpful to you. But there's some that ring true on a deeper and more profound level. And what you want to do is you want to lock into those individuals. You want to say, there's something different about this person. There's a deeper energy, there's a deeper wisdom, there's a deeper understanding, and I can feel it. I might not even understand it fully, but I can just tell. You want to follow that. And you know what's interesting? Sometimes it won't be in the energy of the person. They might not have all spiritual energy. Instead, it's in the quality of their spiritual understanding. You can tell by listening to them and by feeling into what they are saying that their spiritual insights are far deeper than anything else you hear. What about the cool part? What about the really deep? Where do you end up? God. You know what? I didn't even mean to say God in that way. I meant like God. Where you end up is God. It's true. Man. Today, for example, I was doing I was in a session with a client, and I had an unexpected surge of consciousness. Doesn't always happen to me, but it did today. Man, you'll have your fair share of cool experiences that you might not even expect, which are really cool when that happens, because every single time that you have one of these experiences, you're just more and more aware that this is the way. Because when you have one of these experiences, man, it's just so clear. If you follow your intuition, you will know at some point. It will become really clear. Truth. I need to surrender to truth. And you'll start making the right decisions. You'll start aligning with truth. You'll start living in accordance with truth. At some point, man, you look around and you're like, man, I embody truth. I live truth. And as a result, you feel the best you've ever felt. Because the only reason you don't feel that way, or you feel crap, is because you're not in alignment with truth. And so intuition is the best thing, man. It's your best friend, because it's your constant reminder to live spiritually. It's always there, man. Helping you to remember, dude, be more selfless. Act with more discipline. Final thing that your intuition does for you, man, is it helps you to literally awaken and have awakenings. So some people don't need psychedelics. Some people barely need spiritual practice. Because some people are so intuitive, they just know. They know truth. They know it in their hearts. And they feel their hearts a lot because they might be sensitive as well as intuitive. You might also know because of a deep wisdom, a deep intuitive wisdom. I would say I fall into this category. You've always just felt more like an old soul. Being this way, you actually end up knowing things. You might be the same as your sibling. You might be similar to a parent of yours. But there's something different about you. You just know things. If you meditate and you contemplate, this will supercharge and put on steroids your ability to know. Really, by know, I mean have the understanding which an awakening gives you. In other words, you can feel intuitively the truth or the conclusions that you have post-awakening. And it's not just awakening, it's various awakenings. There is not one awakening. There are, thousands of awakenings. If you have the idea that there's just a few awakenings, or I've had my spiritual awakening, man, shut the fuck up. No, you haven't. You should intuitively tell that that's some bullshit. Because you just know that it's not that simple. Even at your deepest, you know that the deepest awakenings you've had, even that is nothing really. When you really, really, really think about it, man. Again, use your intuition. You know someone who's not put much effort in, who's not particularly deep, who's telling you that they've had a spiritual awakening. Maybe they have. But what's the depth? What's their level of integration? How many hours have they meditated on that awakening? What does that awakening mean for their lives or their life? Simple questions you can ask intuitively. Really, you don't even sometimes need the questions because you can just tell intuitively. Now, if you're extra intuitive with a sprinkle of intuition, you'll know to not think you know. If, say someone is telling you, oh, I've had this awakening, I've had that awakening, or whatever they say, and you're not sure, you're questioning them maybe. If you're intuitive, you know to not assume, not project. Because your intuition, again, it's wisdom. It's God, it's knowing, it's this profound, timeless wisdom. That's what it really is. And if you're listening to that, you will just slow everything down. You will be truthful. You will say, how do I know that? In what ways am I projecting here? In what ways am I being ignorant here? In what ways am I being judgmental here? If you tune into your intuition, it will help you stop bullshitting yourself. It will help you cut through ignorance. Because intuition is truth. And truth annihilates ignorance. So, man, let me share with you one more thing. If you are an ultra-intuitive person, or you just listen to your intuition, or you just develop it by doing all of this spiritual work, by doing all of this cleaning up, this meditating, this contemplating, this purifying, this consciousness-raising work, if you do all of that, where do you end up? You end up with yourself, because intuition is there to help you, to help guide you. And if you're really just being well guided and you are, walking on the path with this excellent guidance, you will find what you're looking for. Now, don't stop there. Don't say, oh, the search is over, dude. Intuitively, you know The search isn't fucking over after a few awakenings or even after a few hundred awakenings. It's not quite the right way to look at it. You're looking for depth of understanding. You're looking for real awakening, which, again, intuition helps you realize the depth of this work. When you appreciate the depth and breadth of this work, you don't say bullshit like that. You be honest. You say, I've got a lot of work to do. But it doesn't need to be hard work. Get yourself out of the way. And then, just do the work. All right, man. We're going to call things there. If you would like to work with me one-to-one, I do offer coaching and mentoring. If that speaks to you, you can see the link in the description, my friend. Otherwise, dude, take care. Lots of love. And as always, man, peace.